program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
His and her Volkswagens worth $3,800 are on sale today for $269. And this $3,000 living room suite is on sale today for only $119. Which would you rather buy? Today, that decision will be made by one of our contestants on The Sale of the Century. And here's the man who'll tell you about those fantastic bargains, your host, Jack Kelly.
Hey, welcome aboard, Jim. I hope you're not going to break up my harem here. Hey, welcome to the Sale of the Century. It's nice to have you all with us again. And incredible bargains, as before, are standing by, ready to be gobbled up. And here are our shoppers, ready to do their purchasing. Bill Wendell, would you please introduce our group?
Yes, Jack, here's a homemaker and mother of two from Halsite, Long Island, Mrs. Sandra Colker. And here's a career officer in the United States Coast Guard from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Lieutenant Jim Miotke. And say hello to Susan Frank, our current champion, returning with $121. Here they are, Jack, our shoppers on today's Sale of the Century.
Yes, indeedy. Susan and her other part over there. Yes, you are our champion, pretty lady. Let's show everyone you do have $121 there, and that's what you've already won. And Susan, you'll be returning with your $121 if you win today, plus what you win today at the Sale of the Century once more. Hey, Susan, would you tell us what you are hoping to buy?
I think I'd like to try for that cruise to the West Indies.
That's great. You know, you don't have to stay with that. You can buy anything you want down there, but that's a wonderful goal. And good luck to you, pretty darling. And to you, Jim and Sandra, good luck today on the game, and we'll be back to start our game and introduce some insane bargains in just 1 minute. Okay, gang, here's how we do play our game. I'm going to stake each one of you to $25. Bingo, you got it right on your tote boards. We're going to play a question and answer game, as you know, and you'll earn money for each correct answer. Now, the high scorer at the end of the game will join me at the Sale of the Century. But I must remind you once more, play carefully, because if you answer a question incorrectly, I'm going to have to deduct the value of that question from your score. And most important, do not let that bank go down to zero, because if you do that, you'll be out of the game. Okay, value of the questions in this first round is $5. Susan, would you turn down your $121 billboard? Hands on buzzers, gang, and anchors away, as you might say. Jim, according to Eddie Cantor's famous affirmative negative in a song, yes, he has no... Sandra.
Bananas.
Bananas, correct. What popular children's game would you be playing if you used Aggie, Steely, Jim?
Marbles.
Marbles is right. Hey, remember those good old days, huh?
Those were.
Okay, Y-O-U spells you. Now, that's easy enough, but I'd like you to spell the kind of U that means a female sheep. Sandra.
E-W-E.
That is correct for $5 more. One of the most popular songwriting teams of all light operas wrote such plays as The Gondoliers, Trial by Jury, and The Mikado. Who were they? Susan.
Gilbert and Sullivan?
Hey, that's right. You have such a pained expression on your face, pretty lady, when you go to answer, and you're usually always right. That makes you our champion. Anyway, it's time for our first instant bargain, gang, and the player who signals first gets to buy it, but the money you spend will be deducted from your scores. And we have Sandra with 35 in the lead, Jim and Susan right behind with $30 apiece. Okay, will you spend your money now or save it for our fabulous Sale of the Century? Bill, please, what are we selling?
For only $4.95, a $239.95 stereo tape recorder.
You jumped all over that.
Yes, from Craig, a solid-state stereo tape recorder. It's beautifully styled with twin speakers, and it's light and compact for portability. And, Jim, it's yours for only $4.95.
Couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Hey, that's great, and that's a little better bargain than Ship Stores, isn't it, at $4.95. Incidentally, Jim, we did round off your purchase price to the closest dollar, so you're now resting on $25 in third place, and let's get back to our game and win some more money. According to the poem, The Village Blacksmith, what kind of tree does the blacksmith stand, Jim?
Under the spreading elm.
Under the spreading chestnut. Jim, got to steal $5 from you for that incorrect answer. Okay, in 1865, a Walt Whitman poem called "Oh Captain, My Captain" was published. It was written in memory of a U.S. president. Name the president. Abraham Lincoln, Honest Abe, was the man he was writing about. I beseech you, please get this one right. What is the adjective usually applied to the insect called mantis? Jim.
The praying mantis.
Hey, you got your $5 back. Congratulations, young fella. You might hire a CPA to look over your books, but what do the initial CPA... Jim.
Certified public accountant.
Hey, that's correct for $5 more. Okay. We're right back to where we were for our last instant bargain, and of course that chime does signify our next one. Will you spend your money now or save it for the sale of the century? The decision is yours. Bill, please tell us about this one.
For only $5.95, a $260 motorcycle.
Yahoo! Hey, nobody's going to pick that off for $5.95. Jimbo, you did it!
Yes, a new Honda Trail designed to pack away in the trunk of a car. The handlebars fold down and the foot pegs fold up, and the gas tank is leak-proof. And Jim, it's yours for the low price of $5.95.
Yes. Okay, listen, Jim, what you asked I cannot permit. Barbara must stay with the show. Okay, we're going to be back to continue our game in just 1 minute. Okie doke. How would you folks at home like to be shoppers right here on the Sale of the Century? Well, if you do, please drop a postcard to the Sale of the Century, Box 35, Radio City Station, New York, 10019, and please include your telephone number to be sure. And I hope every one of you get the chance to walk down the golden staircase with me to the Sale of the Century. Okay, let's get back to our game, and let's raise the value of the questions to $10. Okay, here we go. We were talking about a CPA before, Jim. You got the correct answer. Now please spell the word bookkeeper. Jim.
Bookkeeper.
That is correct. Listen, just a little bit of trivia. I understand that's the only word in the English language with 3 sets of double letters following each other. Ain't that interesting? All right, you are in second place with $34, $1 behind Sandra. A flyweight is a boxer. A fly bait is a fishing lure. What's a phi bait? Susan?
Phi beta kappa?
That's right. Oh, dear. You always look like you're making the wrong answer to me, and you jumped in the lead, champion, with $40 with that answer. Okay, if you were looking for a groucho, you might find him in Hollywood. On what continent would you find a gaucho? Jim?
South America.
That is correct for $10. A recent... Whoa! It's time for our open sale, and gang, you are about to see 5 items at stupidly ridiculous prices. And you can buy as many items as you want, but you have only 5 seconds each to do your buying. You must answer correctly. You must call out correctly the item and the sale price attached to it, and then, of course, it is all yours. And the money you spend will be deducted from your winnings. Hey, Bill, what are we selling?
Here they come, Jack. Here's a $21.88 manicure set for 98 cents. And shoppers, look at this buy. A $69.95 portable TV for only $3.49. And a hair curler worth $29.77 for only $1.29. Another great buy, shoppers, a $49.99 blender for the low price of $2.49. And a 1988 pressure cooker for the ridiculous price of 79 cents.
I love to play this game sometime. These things really tantalize me. And, Jim, by virtue of your last correct answer, you did jump into first place by $4. So would you mind starting? Go.
Portable TV, $3.49. Blender, $2.49. Hair curler, $1.29. That's it, Jack.
That's it. 3 items. Susan, go.
Portable TV, $3.49. That's all, Jack.
That's it. 1 item. Sandra.
Portable TV, $3.49. Manicure set, 98 cents.
Okay, 2 items. That means the sale is over. And we will be back to verify our players' purchases in just a very few moments.
Questions used on Sale of the Century are authenticated by Compton's Encyclopedia, the encyclopedia that makes discovery and learning enjoyable for the entire family. We'll be back with Jack Kelly and the Sale of the Century in just 1 minute. Welcome back to the second half of the Sale of the Century, and here's your host, Jack Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get to Sandra and have a little recap here. You bought the TV set and the manicure outfit for $4, Sandra. That puts you at $31. Jim, you bought the TV, the blender, and the curling set for $6 investment puts you at $38. And Susan, with the TV set, you spent $3, and that puts you in tight second place by virtue of $1. Hey, this is a very tight race. Okay, let's get back to making money. This round, every question is still worth $10, and here's the first question. The recent Broadway smash, Cabaret, was based on a play by John Van Druten called I Am a... What, Susan?
Camera.
Camera for $10. You jumped into first place, champ. What breed of dog is traditionally associated with firemen? Yes, Jim.
Dalmatian.
Dalmatian, and you're in first place by $1. Hey, according to the old household adage, what does a watched pot never do? Sandra!
Boil.
Hey, that is right, and you got $41. This is a good game. According to the song Easter Parade, where will you end up if the photographer snaps your picture on Jim?
Fifth Avenue.
In the Rotogravure, my friend, is the answer I was looking for. Okay, it's time for our next instant bargain, and we got a very tight race. Susan's still in the lead with $47. Bill, what are you going to tempt this gang of players with this time?
For only $9.95, a $430 washer and flare
Jimbo!
combination.
You did it!
Yes, from Hotpoint, a dual-load automatic washer that permits 2 loads to be washed separately. It uses different water temperatures and handles 16 pounds. The dryer has 4 drying temperatures and features an automatic de-wrinkle and end-of-cycle signal. And it's yours, Jim, for only $9.95.
Hey, Jim, would it be fair to say you're buying like a drunken sailor? Yeah, right. But you're sure doing it for $9.95. Wonderful buy. Okay, let's get back to the game, and just to make it a little more interesting this time, let's raise the value to $15 for each correct answer. What vegetarian delicacy is sometimes called an alligator pear? Jim.
Avocado.
That is correct, an avocado. In the song, Down by the Old Mill Stream, how old was the village queen? Jim.
Sweet 16.
She was sure of that, and that puts you in the lead with $58, Jim. Contrary to popular belief, Florence Nightingale was not born in England. She was born in Italy. In what city? Susan.
Florence?
Oh, why do you look so pained? That's right, Florence for $15. You jumped into the lead, Susan. A diamond in the rough might tell you he's graduated from the School of Hard what? Susan.
Knox.
Knox is correct for $15, champ. Frank Sinatra sang a song called High Hopes. What Charles Dickens novel about a boy named Pip has a title meaning... Yes, Jim.
Great Expectations.
That is correct for $15. Oh, boy. You really deserved that after the reading I gave to that question. Okay, it's time for another instant bargain. And, of course, that does mean another decision. Bill, please tell us what's behind the curtain.
For only $11.95, a $580 one-year babysitting service.
Oh, hey, listen, nobody's going to jump on that. All right, it's going. It's gone. All right. Hey, let's resume the questions, try to make some more money, and each question is still worth $15. Anatomically speaking, if you were anxious for a fight, where would you have a chip? Yes, Jim.
On your shoulder.
For $15, that's correct. That puts you in the lead. What a horse race we've got here. A famous Washington, D.C. hospital bears the name of the man who proved yellow fever was transmitted. Susan.
Walter Reed.
That's correct for $15, and it puts you in the lead. I'm looking for a word. It's a skin protection for a fish, a series of tones arranged according to Sandra.
Scale.
Scale is right, and you are heard from, my dear. Lest we lose sight of the forest. What was the name of Robin Hood's forest? Susan.
Sherwood.
What? Sherwood, that's right. Okay, yes, ma'am. I didn't hear that correctly, but you were right. The meanest villain Shakespeare ever created was Iago. Who was Iago's arch enemy? Othello was. Okay, and you're still in the lead, Susan. From Burma, we get the name of the Burmese cat. From Malta, we get the name of the Maltese cat. From Thailand, we get the name of what cat? Jim.
Siamese?
That is correct. You guys killed it. Jim, you're taking Susan's look when you're now answering. Siamese? I wonder if I'm right. Okay. The musical 1776 adds up to a great success. Now, if you add up each of the numbers in 1776 correctly, you'll be a success.
21 of them.
Pardon me?
21.
21 is correct, and that puts you in the lead. All right, which of the following Pauls has never won an Academy Award? Paul Muni, Paul Schofield, or Paul Newman? Quiet in the audience. Sandra.
Schofield.
Schofield is wrong. It's Paul Newman. Got to take $15 away from you, darling. Hey, listen, shoppers, it's our final instant bargain, and it's your final decision. Are you going to buy now or save for our wonderful sale of the century? We've got Jim in the lead with $118, Susan with $107. Very close race. Sandra, you just lost $15, darling. Okay, what fabulous buy do we have now, Bill?
For only $22.95, a $1,045 snowmobile.
Oh, hey, I want it. Hey, come on, you guys are not going to go for that? Okay, it's going once. It's going twice. It is gone. Hey, thought you'd jump all over that. Okay, let's resume our game, but first, we will be back to resume our game, but first this message, please. And we are facing the final round of questioning. The value of the question is still $15, and we have $118. Jim, you're in the lead. Okay, question. If you wanted to while away the winter in Walla Walla, what state would you go to winter in? Jim.
Washington.
Washington is correct for $15. Complete this movie analogy for me. Omar Sharif is to Barbara Streisand as Nicky Arnstein is to whom? Sandra.
Barbara Streisand.
Fanny Bryce is the answer I was looking for. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Lose another $15. According to Hamlet, something was rotten in the state of... Yes, Sandra.
Denmark.
You got the 15 back. Congratulations. Name the poetess who burned her candle at both ends. I'm sorry, Sandra, you're late, darling. Edna St. Vincent Millay. All right, the Beatles wrote a song about a girl named Lucy. She wasn't in Tiffany's, although she was with diamonds. Where was she? Okay, she was in the sky, and we have just 30 seconds left in our game. Ma Jode and her son Tom were the leading characters in a 1939 novel by John Steinbeck. Jim.
Grapes of Wrath.
Grapes of Wrath, correct for $15. To a Spaniard, it's as easy as una, dos, tres. To a Frenchman, it's as easy as one. Susan.
Un, deux, trois.
Correct, champion. Okay, you're jumping still back in there. I'm looking for a phrase. It's what Rin Tin Tin was and what a library book's pages should never be. Yes, Jim.
Dogged.
No, dog-eared. I'm sorry. Must take $15 away. Makes all the game is over. And Jim with $133. You're going to the sale of the century. Oh, my goodness. Hey. Okay, Jim, listen, if you just take it easy, breathe for a moment, because I'd like to thank our two other players. Sandra with $41. Thank you for being with us today. And Susan, would you flip over your card, please? Our ex-champion, $121. Add it to your $122, Mr. Totalizator Man. That does come to $243, I believe.
Oh,
and we want to thank you.
Thank
you
you
were
very
just super
much.
to be with us, and you played well, and you were a wonderful champion.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you
had a
very
good
much to
time.
both of you for joining us here.
I thought you had me.
Okay. Hey, Jim, I'll tell you one thing. $133 in cash, the recorder, the motorcycle, the washer-dryer, well over $1,100, and that is just your start. Because you and I are going down the sale of the century in just 1 minute. Hey, Jim, this is a very interesting day for me, and I hope it is for you, because it's the first time I've taken a gentleman down to the sale of the century. But if you wouldn't mind, join me on our way down the golden staircase. Say, look what we got here. We got Gary playing that fabulous keyboard, and I'd like Bill Wendell to tell you what it's all about.
It's a grand piano. Yes, a 5'2" grand piano from Wurlitzer, featuring a full-size 88-note character keyboard and fine walnut finish. The regular price of this grand piano is $2,245. It's on sale today for $79.
Hey, listen, you're in a buying mood today, Jim. Do you think that'll fit on your ship? If you buy that piano?
It'll fit in the house.
Okay, come on over here and take a peek at this. This might fit in the house, too, this beautiful living room set of furniture.
It's a luxurious living room from John Stewart Furniture. This three-sectional group will add elegance and comfort to your living room. The beautiful chairs and the polished brass coffee table are in perfect harmony. This room is available only through dealers and interior decorators. And the regular price of this living room is $3,000. But today it's on sale for the low price of $119.
Well, Jim, you are on a buying spree, and just to show you that our heart's in the right place, I'd like to stroll over here and have you take a peek at what we've got in store for you now.
His and her Volkswagens. Yes, for you and your mate, the cars that haven't changed style in 20 years. As the saying goes, they're ugly, but they get you there. The regular price of these cars is $3,800, but they're on sale today for only $269.
Well, okay, Jim. That's part of our goodies department here at the Sale of the Century, but take a look at our Trimatic board right here.
It's a cruise for two to the West Indies. You'll spend 21 luxurious days aboard one of the fabulous Holland American ships and enjoy the finest first-class accommodations all the way. The regular price of this cruise is $5,000, but today it's on sale for only $359.
You know, you did say it. It is a busman's holiday, but at any rate, right now you have $133, which means you can either buy the piano or you can buy that living room set of furniture. However, if you do have your eye on the Volkswagen twins over here or that wonderful cruise, which could be a busman's holiday for you, all you have to do is come back again tomorrow, start with $25, fresh again, win against two other players, and then you can add tomorrow's total to today's winnings, and then maybe you could buy something else in our bargain basement here at the Sale of the Century. But if you lose, I'm going to have to bring a new shopper down here to our floor. So, you have a decision to make, senor. Are you going to buy now or come back tomorrow? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to make up your mind. Okie doke. Hey, thank you for quieting down because decision time is upon us. Have you made up your mind, Jim?
Yes, Jack, I'll be back.
Hey, congratulations. That is a true champion, spoken as such. And it is time up for the day. And, oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you something. Why are you coming back? What are you going to play for?
Well, I like the trip.
Hey, the trip, the busman's holiday. Okay. And now our time is officially up. And thank you all for joining us here today. And we'll be looking forward to having you with us and Jim back again tomorrow for the Sale of the Century. Bye-bye and thank you.
Additional prizes supplied from the famous Spiegel Catalog Company. The catalog features over 50,000 quality items. Spiegel, Chicago, 60609, Illinois.
It's the David Frost Show, and it's this Great Britain's finest hour. Weekdays Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. here on TV6.
This is Bill Wendell speaking. Stay tuned for Hollywood Squares, next in color.